Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming back to Triple H Farm. We are planting seeds today for our 100 days of growing. Today, on our 100 days of growing, we're going to plant flowers for my flower bed here behind me. So we're going to do sunflowers, and all kinds of flowers. And I'll put a list in the description of all the flowers and where I got them from.
For myself.
You got it?
Yeah, right here.
Alright, okay. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so what we're using is the same stuff we used last time. This is day 7 of growing, and right now all we're doing is watering, so there's really not much to show, but we'll show a few. But anyways, we're using this organic seed starter mix, and I'm using some Miracle-Gro on the bottom because these seeds are going to be in here for a few weeks, so I want to make sure they have some nutrients along with seed starter mix. So let's get started in the cold weather. Okay. So we're just going to fill these little doohickeys up.
Mama. Look, Mama.
And we're using, what are these, 4-inch?
I don't know. I don't remember what they were.
I think they're 3 or 4-inch
Mama.
ones. They look like that anyways. What? Yes, I see.
We got them at growersolutions.com.
Yep.
Go like my bike.
And I'm just gonna fill these up about halfway with the Miracle-Gro. And then I'm gonna fill them up the rest of the way with the starter seed mix. Alrighty, so I've got this first 6 done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 6 of each of these plants, every one of them, because I have a lot of space up here I need to fill up. So the first thing we're going to do is sweet marjoram. It says start them 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost, so that's about right now, and it's cold because, why is it not?
Last frost is in 3 weeks.
Okay, whatever. The frost is a ways away, and I'm planting it before then, so there you go. And who knows, this is North Carolina. We could have like 6 false winters, false springs. So these are some of the tiniest. I think these are tinier than the other one. Good grief, these are some little seeds. These are some very tiny seeds. Alright, so I'm just going to, actually I'm just probably going to scatter them around, just a couple of them in here. Because you can't really, when they're that little, it's kind of hard to plant just 1 or 2. Know where there are in here. They're so tiny. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of dirt real quick before the wind picks up. And just cover them up. And there you have it. So that's what we're doing today. So we're gonna go ahead and fill all these pots up, and we'll be back in, well, it'll be about some time for us, but it'll be just a second for you. So we'll see you in a sec. All right, welcome back. I know that was like a quick second for you guys, but it was about 40 minutes for me. So we did get all of our stuff planted here. We have, this is my sunflowers, except for, of course, lavender. That's not a sunflower. But I'm planting Wyatt sunflowers, ring of fire, teddy bear, which I am uber excited about. They're like so fluffy. Plum and orange. I can't read the other part of it because it's in the dirt, but they're all sunflowers. And then here, my husband planted cucumbers. He planted 4 things of cucumbers, basil, and zucchini. So those are our veggies we planted this time. And then here we have, this says kale. This is actually a flower, not a kale you eat. It's actually a flower. And let me see. This one is backwards. Here we go. There you go. It's a crane. So this is a white kale flower. My pink kale flower is over there. This is also backwards. I cannot pronounce that. I know I can't read. It's okay. Anyways, so yeah, here's all of my flowers. This is an alpha, whatever it is. I think it's this, but it's an alpha. So the seeds are huge, so I'm hoping that they'll be really big. Then we have this one. We have this one here, which I planted with you guys. Zinnias, those were really pretty last year, and my husband really liked them, so we planted them again this year. Again, this is a flowering kale. It's not kale you eat. This is passion flower. I planted this. It actually has a yellow fruit. After the flower goes away, it actually produces a yellow fruit, which I did not know. I did not know that. So that's interesting. I've never had them produce a fruit before. I've always taken them off before that. I didn't know that. I was reading this little thing, and it's like, yeah, when the flower goes away, it produces a yellow, orangey yellow fruit that you can eat. And I was like, okay. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going to let them fruit this year. Very exciting. I did not know that. And then we have a swan flower, which is a marigold, and cocoa, which is a marigold. These are 2 new marigolds that I grew this year. Chamomile, because you know we gotta always have chamomile. And this is a herb that actually has some healing properties, so it's supposed to help you heal, give you that extra stuff. And then my husband planted all of these. I don't know what these are because he just put a letter. So, there's dill. I got that. Parsley here. So this whole side is parsley. And I got 3 rows of dill here. This looks like a lettuce, a romaine. And I don't know what O and C means. We'll have to ask him. And then we've got our tomatoes here that we planted a few days ago, 7 days ago, and I don't see any coming up yet. Nothing's germinated. They usually take anywhere between 10 and 14 days. So they should be popping up soon. So let's get to watering. So I just take it, put on shower, and again, I don't water directly onto my plant when I first start. I water to the side, and then I just kind of sprinkle it on there. Make sure everything gets good and wet. And then I move on to the next one. Make sure everything gets good and wet. Now these ones I'm going to do a little bit different because I don't want the seeds to fly out. So I'm going to, whoops. I can't have it doing that, can I? Let's get all the air out. Let's get all the air out of the hose. Alright. So I'm just going to get it good and damp first. Nice and damp. That way, once the dirt is damp, then I can water it in good. And then I don't have to worry about the seeds flying everywhere. Because that's something that I do worry about, especially when you're first planting. So I just give them a nice good water. And that's it. So now they're all watered in. And I'm going to let them sit out in the sun. So it is going to be cold this week because, you know, everybody is getting this big cold front that's coming in. So we're going to have them out here on this table this week for a little while. And then when it gets cold, my husband put another table up here in the shed that we are going to use and put the plants on. Like, I think Wednesday and Thursday is supposed to get below freezing. So we'll put them there, and I'll put them in there every night to get them out of the really cold weather and bring them out in the day. A lot of people use greenhouses or they'll do it in their house. If you do that, you're going to need to harden off your plants when they start growing. So I just put them out in the sun all the time. That way they grow in the sun and they grow, and then I don't have to harden them off. I can just take them and put them wherever I'm going to plant them. So that is it. That is everything. That is day 7. Woohoo! Of 100 days of growing. Don't forget to tag me on Facebook and Instagram. Triple H Farm NC. Don't forget to tag me so I can see what you guys are planting, and maybe I want to plant something like that next year, or maybe this year. It's still early. So don't forget to like the post. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to push the bell button, because I learned that you have to push the bell button to get notified. But don't forget to subscribe, push the bell button, and I will see you guys later. Ta-ta for now.